Today is International Suicide Prevention Day. Suicide is the leading cause of death for men in the UK and in the Western world below the age of about 35. And it's a horrific thing to contemplate for yourself or to survive a loved one who has taken their own life. So I wanted to say a little bit about something that I come across with my clients who do have suicidal tendencies, who do think about taking their own lives. And the first thing that I want to say is that it's a really scary thing to think, that maybe the only solution for you is to do that, is to take your own life, or that things have got so bad that that is the only way out. But I want to talk a little bit about that type of thinking, because without doubt, anybody who's thinking that is probably experiencing a really tough time right now. But there's something about suicidal thinking that denies other options. And there's a thing that we can pick up when we're very little, which is called a don't exist injunction. So if you grow up in a household where the people that were supposed to love you and care for you and help you get by in the world and learn who you are and how to be in the world didn't bother with you very much, they didn't pay you a lot of attention, or maybe one of your parents left home when you were early or worked away a lot, maybe not through their own fault. It's easy for us when we're really little to believe that life would be better off for them if we weren't around. And we might bury that belief right down deep. And so it doesn't particularly surface very much until life gets really stressful, and then it bubbles up to the surface that we know what to do when life gets really stressful. It's probably down to us and we shouldn't be here. And often this is the way a small child, you when you were little, made sense of a situation in which you should have got more love than you did. And as a small child, it's very difficult to see all the options that you've got available to you. And as a grown-up, when life gets really tough, what we can do is replay that way of thinking, that don't exist injunction, which makes us think that suicide is our only option. That if I wasn't here, everything would be all right for me and for the people around me who I do love. It's often just a replaying of a very young way of seeing the world, because undoubtedly options exist right now. And if you're not seeing them, and if life is feeling so overwhelming that suicide and taking your own life are the only options that you see available to you, I would really encourage you to look out for some help. Talk to somebody who's helped other people through this before. You're very welcome to a free session with me to come and chat it through. I will put some other numbers up in the notes that go with this video of people that you can contact to get some help to talk this through. But often, in fact almost always, it's not the only option. And often having suicidal thoughts is a playing out of a belief that we picked up when we were really little and life did feel completely hopeless. And we had a lot fewer resources than we do now that we're grown up. So I just really wanted to share that idea that sometimes suicidal thinking is not quite all that we seem it to be. And sometimes, and almost always, it always crops up when life is tough. So in those moments, how would you know the difference? I would really encourage you today on International Suicide Prevention Day to seek some help, talk to somebody, take that step of getting some support and asking some advice and seeing what other options are available to you to get through whatever this difficult situation is in your life right now. Because I promise you, suicide is not worth it.